Hi, everybody. Mary here. Hope you're having a great week. There's been a lot of buzz online recently. There have been a number of layoffs at the start of this year in tech. Perhaps you've seen one of these videos where someone who is being laid off from their company is recording the video and then posting it to social, you know, and just doing that for a variety of reasons. I'm wondering, have you guys seen this? And what do you think about it? I've seen it a few times and I have my definite opinion, but I would love to know what you guys think. Certainly in reading a lot of the chatter and talking about stuff with people who either have done this themselves or they know of people or they've just been in space and they've seen these videos. Seems like a lot of people do have opinions about it. On one hand, the opinions are very different. I think some people really see it like as a very good way to kind of get the word out to everyone about what's going on. It could be a case where, the layoffs are communicated by certain companies not really in a great way. They could be doing a much better job of one, being truthful. I mean, that seems to be the sentiment of a lot of these videos of as far as the reasons why. And then two, just people who are on the receiving end of the layoff, there's a sense of wanting to communicate and share, this ability to stand up for themselves and feel that if there is something wrong, they're going to say something. And not only are they going to say something, they're going to capture it, document it, which is a whole other discussion, and then post it to the world. So, they see, I mean, I've seen a number of people, I've talked to a number of people who feel like this is a really positive thing, because it's in the spirit of information sharing, it's in the spirit of standing up for yourself, sharing your experiences with other people to see what's going on, right? On the flip side, there are definitely people who don't feel this way. I'll probably group myself a little bit in this category in the sense that, when I saw these videos and when I heard about them, a few weeks back, I really started wondering like, ooh, I'm all for kind of expressing how you feel and processing that, but is that necessarily something you want to do, as a documented record? That unfortunately, outside of how you're feeling in that moment, it might have, well, not even might, it will have implication with certain circles, future employer, possibly, if you are recording these conversations, I mean, I would really question, are they even legal? Could that pose any serious threat to you as an employee or former employee of a company, by way of, not receiving certain benefits or pay or other kinds of things that might be deemed as, questionable behavior or conduct. I mean, I don't know. So maybe it's not a direct connection to pay or receiving severance, but it is also kind of interesting to see this because I fully understand that people are upset and that this is their way that they share among community. Totally get that. But with everything, we can always say what we want to say, but when we say it in a public space or even just other people, we are held accountable for our actions, good and bad. And while I do think that there are places that will embrace, this openness and sharing and standing up for it amongst adversity, I think there's a fair amount of places too that would question as an employer, like, so they get information in difficult times and messages that, maybe someone doesn't agree with, and this is how they respond. I'm not so sure, that I want to hire them because what if you're on, $1 billion deal with a client and, stakes are high, things don't go down as cleanly as possible as they are. I mean, these are human dialogues and events. We're all bound to hit a bump in the road. So, and really big bump. Um, and this is a documented example for the world to see on how you handled it. Is that necessarily something you want out there? I can't even get over just recording it without telling anyone. I mean, that's just me. Because like, isn't in some states that's not even legal to do that and not tell the other parties. So I'm trying to get my head around that. But I would love to hear what you guys think on this. Um, Honestly, like I'm always open to kind of hearing the other point of view, but and see why people would do it or why it might be a positive thing, as well as negative and things that I might not have mentioned. But have you seen this?